Hello everyone, myself Dr. Chitra Desai. Today we'll see certain basic functions on NumPy. NumPy stands for numerical Python. So using numerical Python, we can process all those data elements which are basically numerical in nature. We know that dataset can contain elements which have string type of data or other different types of data. But when it's come only to numerical data, it is very easy to process that data using NumPy because the speed obtained by NumPy processing will be far more better than using or processing it through simple Python. Initially, we will start with importing the library that is NumPy. To import the library NumPy, we will write the command import NumPy as NP. NP is the alias name for NumPy. Now, using random.randn function, we will create the variable that is data as a NumPy array. Now, whenever you want to create NumPy array, we write np, that is the alias name for NumPy dot. Now, because this array I'm not passing any specific data, I'm just generating random 2 by 3 array. So I use the function random dot randn 2 comma 3, which will generate a random array of 2 by 3 array. So when you display this using print command, the data is generated with the sample values. Here in this particular presentation, I have already executed the code so that we can focus on how the commands are written. Now, once an array is available with us, which is a NumPy array, we can also perform scalar multiplication onto that array. For example, we can multiply entire data with some scalar value 10 and obtain the result. Similarly, you can also perform certain operations like adding one array to the another. Here, I have simply added the array data to itself. Also, whenever you want to print the shape of a particular array, you can make use of a shape command. Shape basically here tells us the rows and columns that are available in your array. So here in this case, we find that there are 2 rows and 3 columns for the data array. Whenever we want to display the data type of the elements in an array, we can make use of the dtype command. So data.dtype will give us the dtype for this particular data that we have created. Here it is float 64. Another way that we can pass data to a particular array when it is being generated, it is through list. Suppose we have a list data1 and we want to pass this list to array1 to create an array that is NumPy array. So in that case, initially, let us create an list that is data1 with some values into it, which are all numerical values. And then we will pass this data1 to array1 to form a NumPy array. So when you print this array1, you'll find that it has created array that is with the elements 6, 7.5, 8, 0, and 1. You'll find that there are periods after 6, 8, 0, and 1. This is just because even if these are integer value, but one value into this particular list was 7.5. So it has converted the other integer values also to the form that is float 64. Now, why I say float 64? Because when we checked the D type of any data element, we understand that what are the elements of this particular data type. So similarly, we'll check for array1 and we find that whenever we write array1.dtype, because it had one of the value 7.5, so it converted all the values to float type and we got the D type of that particular array as float 64. Now this was 1D array. If we want to create 2D array from list, simply we need to pass list of list to the NumPy array. So when we create array 2 as one of our array and pass it to np.array, this list will be created, which is a two-dimensional array. Now to know what are the dimensions of a particular array, we have the command ndim. That is array2.ndim will display that value 2, which says that it is 2. Now, because all the elements in this particular array are of integer type, so when you look at the D type of that particular array, you find that these are the int32 data type. Similarly, when you check again using the shape command, the shape of array 2, it will show you that it is a 2 by 4 array. It is not always necessary that you create a variable of list type and store the list into it and then pass it to the array. Directly, you can also pass the list to NP array to form the array out of it. So here we have passed value 1, 2, 3. There are no decimal values into it. And when you do the D type out of this array 3, you find it is int 32. Now, when the values are integer type, like in this case 1, 2, 3, definitely by default, the data type created will be of int 32. Now, if I want that the values initially I have with me may be of integer type, but overall I want that my array should be saved with the data type float 64, then in that case, we can specify it at the time of array creation itself. So in this case, when we create array 3f with np.array passing the list separated by a comma, d type equal to np dot float 64, we find that we have created an array a3 array 3f dot d type with data type 6 float 64. Similarly, whenever we create a particular array, for example, in this case, array 4 has been created with some float values into it, which will definitely display its data type as float 64, and you want to convert it into int 32 type. Simply, you can take the array with dot as type command. You can write np dot int 32, and the float 64 array will be converted to int 32. Also, often, whenever you look at different data types, you'll find that certain numerical values of your interest become in string format, or maybe you can say that their data type that has been used to store that numerical values are also of float type, which can be easily converted using NumPy arrays into the numeric type. So in such case, again, you can make use of the as type command to convert all these string values to numeric type. Simply just write n string, which is the array dot as type to float, and you'll find that all the elements into the newly created ns array will be converted to the float data type. So when you look at this array ns, you'll find that the array has converted the string elements to the float 64 element.